Hi guys, this is Michael from Nomadic Insights. Just wanted to talk very briefly about this idea of, are online surveys a legitimate way to earn money? Answer: based on having paid out close to $1 million to people who have participated in market research studies that I've run for Johnson and Johnson and Microsoft and many other clients, is yes, these are a very lucrative way to earn a little bit of side hustle money. Not going to necessarily make you rich, but you can definitely earn a lot of money from paid surveys as well as participation in other market research activities. Now, a lot of people seem to sign up for online surveys with the idea that you're very easily going to find surveys that pay you $20 to complete them or more. That is not really the case unless you are some sort of medical professional or director plus level at a business. There are very good B2B and healthcare surveys that pay significantly more than consumer surveys. The reality is, lots of people want to complete consumer surveys and marketers want to kind of just get a pretty picture, which is the vast majority of consumer surveys that I see happen. They're not really methodologically rigorous. They just want a pretty picture. And the price that they're willing to pay people is really reflective of the fact that they just want a pretty picture. And they're just kind of going through the market research as something pro forma. So the more lucrative survey opportunities are definitely harder to find. You are less likely to see true blue, $100 an hour surveys on open banner ads on the internet. There's a lot of people who advertise using annoying push notifications and, use some relatively scammy tactics where, I'll give you an example where there was a company that tried to impersonate Nomadic that created a fake focus group in order to, try to game our affiliate system to generate fake signups. It was really quite the, stupid scam, but, it was a scam nonetheless. So you really do need to be on the lookout for snake oil salesmen with any online earning opportunity, or as I like to call them, BS artists. So, people will come to me and they'll tell me about, hey, Mike, have you ever heard of this survey website? And generally, if it's a survey website that's not advertised, on, one of the major, ad networks, you're not seeing a lot about it, you know, it's probably a sketchy fly by night operation from overseas. You get a lot of survey panels from the developing world who are very guilty of screwing over users in order to try to make a buck. You'll hear horror stories of users who have spent hours just kind of spinning through death. Now, my wonderful survey app, nomadicsurveys.com, is in development at the moment. Very open and transparent about the fact it's a beta, but you'll get crashes, you'll get disconnects. There's just a lot of things that can go wrong with surveys, even on APIs. These survey APIs, disconnects still happen in roughly 10% of cases. So that's an open little dirty secret. I mean, if you really want to see some of the gimmicks that these companies pull, I highly recommend The Dirty Little Secrets of Panel Companies by Ron Sellers. If you're a consumer spending your time doing online market research activities, I think you have a right to be informed of the kind of companies that operate, what's going on, how people will set a payout at 10. Oh, other big thing, if somebody sets the payout at $10, you're most likely never going to get a payout. A little bit of little industry tip there. I would really, I would strongly advise avoiding a $10 minimum payout. Usually the end user is seeing about 25% of a CPI. Based on some of the benchmarks I've done on the consumer side, it's a really high churn business. Unfortunately, I mean, shockingly, not a lot of people want to take surveys for 25 cents. Yeah, that's not particularly shocking to anyone. But for some reason, that stupidity continues. Now, again, if you're interested in, you know, high paying surveys, I do have an inventory of those. It's just much more limited than consumer surveys. At the moment, the consumer surveys I do have, they come through the APIs. I try to be as fair with people as possible as payments. I can't really be more generous due to the amount of scammers from Nigeria and Kenya. Hello to my Nigerian friend who likes to try to hack me. They're not the most clever sorts though. So you're watching this video, I won't tell you my tricks, but you're really not as clever as you think. Um, but that is pretty much it for Nomadic Insights. Why incentives aren't higher, blame scammers. It's generally the case due to fraud losses because I'm in the business of giving people free money. But just wanted to kind of answer that question. Are online surveys a legitimate way to get some side money? Yeah. You gonna get rich taking surveys? Probably not. But on the whole, I think we present a pretty balanced view of what market research opportunities can potentially do for you.